We often talk about healthy fats and oils, such as eating avocados, nuts, and using olive oil in your diet. So we have a fun quiz to see how much you do know about fats and oils. So let's get started. The first question is, lettuce contains fat, true or false? The answer is true. Even healthy foods such as carrots and lettuce contain small amounts of fat, and that's not a bad thing. Your body has to have some fat to survive. Fat gives you energy and helps you absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. Fat also makes food taste good, helps you feel full, and helps give you healthy hair and skin. Question number 2. What makes fats so bad? Number 1, they raise bad cholesterol and can clog arteries. Number 2, they have a lot of calories. Number 3, they can cause memory problems. The answer is number 1. All fats are high in calories, but most saturated fat, and particularly trans fat, raises the bad LDL cholesterol in your blood, increases inflammation, and eventually causes plaque to build up in your arteries. This can lead to a heart attack or stroke. Hard margarines and shortening all have these bad fats. To keep your heart healthy, choose healthy oils instead, such as olive oil or flaxseed oil. Next question. So, where do Americans get most of their saturated fat? Number 1, burgers. Number 2, ice cream and milk. Or number 3, pizza and cheese. The answer is number 3. Most of the saturated fat we eat comes from meat and dairy products. Although ribs, burgers, and ice cream all rank highly, Americans get most of their saturated fat, more than 14%, from pizza and cheese. So the next question. All saturated fat is bad for me. True or false? Well, the answer is false. Just as our bodies need some cholesterol, they also need some saturated fat for various body functions. In fact, the saturated fat in coconut oil, for example, reduces the bad cholesterol and decreases inflammation in the body. The true key is limiting saturated fats in the diet while completely eliminating trans fats. And while a small amount of trans fats do occur naturally in meat and milk, for example, the majority of all harmful trans fats are found in packaged and processed foods. Next question. Now, what is the best way you can avoid trans fats? Number 1, check the label. Number 2, check the ingredient list. Or number 3, both of the above. The answer is both. Trans fats are double negative for your heart. They raise levels of bad cholesterol and lower levels of good cholesterol. They're everywhere in processed foods like fries and donuts, pastries. You can't rely on the label to tell you if a food has trans fats. In fact, anything less than 1/2 gram of trans fat can be listed as 0 grams. If you see partially hydrogenated in the label, it has trans fat. Next question. Which is worst for your heart? A stick of margarine or a stick of butter? Research has shown that some kinds of margarine, particularly the hard stick kinds, are worse for your heart than butter because they have lots of trans fat. Your best bet is to check the label before you buy and read the ingredients list for hidden trans fats. Or better yet, dip your bread in olive oil instead. It's healthy and delicious. And speaking of olive oil, here's a question I have. Light olive oil has fewer calories than extra virgin olive oil. True or false? The answer is false. When it comes to olive oil, it's about color, fragrance, and taste, not calories or fat. All olive oils, pure virgin, extra virgin, and light, have the same number of calories. The light in light olive oil refers to the color and fragrance. Virgin and extra virgin olive oils are less acidic than pure olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil has the most robust fruity taste. And why is olive oil better than corn oil? Number 1, olive oil has more antioxidants. Number 2, olive oil has more healthy fats. Or number 3, all of the above. Well, the answer is Number 3, all of the above. Olive oil and corn oil have the same number of calories and are made up mostly of unsaturated fats. Neither contains any cholesterol. But olive oil has a higher percentage of a kind of fat, monounsaturated, that research suggests can help lower blood cholesterol. Olive oil also contains more antioxidants, which protects your cells. Additionally, most corn oil is derived from genetically modified corn sources. All right then, so if you eat a donut for breakfast and large fries at lunch, you've had, number 1, the maximum daily allowance of bad fat. Number 2, 3 times the daily recommended allowance of bad fat. Or number 3, 5 times the daily recommended allowance of bad fat. Yes, you probably guessed it. The answer is number 3. And here's the bad news. If you enjoy junk food, 1 donut adds 3.2 grams of unhealthy trans fat acid to your diet, and a large order of French fries adds 6.8 grams. You need to keep your trans fats as low as possible, and if not, eliminate trans fats from your diet entirely. Okay, here's the last question. What is good about albacore tuna, wild salmon, and sardines? Number 1, they're high in antioxidants. Number 2, they're high in omega-3 fatty acids. Or number 3, they're high in flavonoids. The answer is number 2. Your body needs omega-3 fatty acids to survive. Cold water fish have lots of omega-3 fatty acids. But omega-3s could also be found in things like flaxseed, flax oil, walnuts, chia seeds, dried butternuts, and even fresh basil. But don't forget, adding omega-3 acids through supplementation is another great alternative. So ask your doctor about these supplements to help you in getting the right amount of omega-3s in your diet. And with that, we've come to the end of this quiz, and I hope it enlightened you to the role oils and fats play in keeping you on the path of health.